So the deep social and cultural patterns that are underlying our decline of nature were identified as being three different things in the Transformative Change Assessment. So the first one, the first underlying cause of nature's decline, is what we call the disconnection from and domination over nature and people. So this means that feeling, that sense that we are separate from and superior to nature. Underlying cause number two is the concentration of power and wealth. And this is really referring to that idea that when we've been extracting products from nature, we've been exploiting nature, taking resources, making products and services and selling those, in that process of extraction and exploitation, the benefits are not evenly distributed. The third underlying cause is what we call the prioritization of short-term individual and material gains. So that means the way in which we socially and culturally prioritize the individual over the collective and the community, that we prioritize the short term over the long term. We tend to think of ourselves and not the future generations. What gives me hope is that people are showing up. People do, in fact, care about nature. They care about the future. They want a thriving future in which nature and people are living in harmony together. So you absolutely see lots of different type of knowledge systems in play in the Trialogue. So the classic communities we gather in a Trialogue are science, policy and practice. So there are already three different types of knowledge systems. But in talking to participants here and hearing about work that's happening on the ground, a lot of them are engaging with local communities. We've heard lots of work happening in a citizen science scale where we're using people in local communities and in sectors like agriculture and fisheries that get involved in knowledge collection, that get involved in action. So you're absolutely seeing a lot of engagement with local people, local communities and local knowledge in the discussions here at the Trialogue. So what makes this space different from like a classic conference or meeting is that it's actually all about putting the report, our Transformative Change Assessment, into practice, into action, on the ground, in specific locations and contexts. So I feel like coming out of the Trialogue, it would be wonderful to see some of the relationships that are starting to be formed continue, so that the collaborations across countries and that kind of regional relationship building, if that was able to continue and that we would continue to build trust and knowledge exchange and actions on the ground that are supporting each other in the region, I think that'd be a fabulous next step towards transformative change in the Caribbean.